Hey, little salmon. What do you want to be when you grow up? Alive? No, little salmon, that's not very ambitious, is it? You gotta dream bigger. Like your older brother. Handsome, generous, incredible designer and engineer, founder of electronics. Now we don't swim upstream, the upstream swims us. Now don't be sad. I think we're being a little too harsh on little salmon here. As confident self-growth-oriented people, we often talk about believing in our innate potential to do anything. We know that we should be ambitious and achieve our goals, that we should always do our best to learn and improve. We can go to school, get a degree, then slave our lives away at a corporate 9-to-5 till we retire. Or we can shoot higher, create the next world-changing tech startup, be the biggest YouTuber in the world, a famous actor, the most dreamed singer, a genius inventor, the one who'll go down in the history books. The cooler it sounds, the pricier it sounds, the more important that dream is. And we idolize the people who work the hardest, the smartest, and achieve the most. But what if we don't want all that? We want to tutor and make someone love math again. Be an incredible restaurant server. Make elaborate handmade journals to sell at local artist alleys. Can't that be the most successful version of us? Or is it just a silly waste of our sky-high potential and big-ass brain? We're all so obsessed with the exciting idolized version of success that somehow, somewhere down the line, we lost the real reason for our ambition and started to feel the fear of dreaming small. And I did too. For the last 3 months of YouTube inactivity, I was grinding my ass off in the Texas startup industry, where a bunch of tech bros judged everything for how scalable it was, how impactful, how efficient. So I have an idea. It's cute. I got so used to the cute but not worth the time because it won't make enough money mindset that I started belittling my own ideas like that too. Whenever I wanted to make something cute, just because I wanted people to have it, like a sticker. Yes, you can get your own salmon kiddo right now. Link in the description. I only made small amount. First come, first serve. You know you want it. Or even this journal.
Wow, journal. Ooh.
The business part of me would be like, oh, my sweet summer child, you really want to limit your potential and dream by investing in selling handmade stuff? Haven't you heard enough of the stories where the artist overworks to make a bunch of cute but relatively worthless merch for years, only to finally close down their shop over burnout and lack of return? I guess throughout the years of my business major life, I've internalized the belief that maximum success meant getting millions of dollars of funding to build my own techie company that would provide value for as many people as possible. That art is really cool, but if it was my own art, it had to be business. But after pursuing that goal and overworking till I quickly broke down, I realized that I wasn't chasing that goal because it was my dream. It was just someone else's dream, what the ambitious people around me were calling their success. That it was only tolerable because I was working with my friend. People tend to say that harsh sacrifices are somehow inevitable when you're working toward your dreams, that they suffered a lot to achieve success. And sure, creating something world-changing sounds awesome, but if that meant I'd be making sacrifices that ate up my time and hindered my joy, I'd want to explore again, keep learning new ways to do things, keep challenging what I know is true about living the life I want. It's a little naive that I don't believe in sacrifices. That I believe I can hide stickers in books, travel on a whim, play with puppets one day, and make bracelets the next. Invent something and explore something new when I'm done, and succeed in that way. That I actually could make the things that I want to make worth something. But the alternative means giving up on that possibility without even trying. And I'm grateful because it really is a possibility. It's because of my parents' hard work that I now have the time to pursue my passions. So I have to make the most of it. I don't regret my short era in the tech industry, but my dream is to simply do things my way, to set my own rules. And until I'm forced to give up, I'm gonna believe that I can do what I really want. And after Texas and my brief escape to Japan, what I really wanted was a cool-ass journal to sketch and write out all my internal conflicts and the spontaneous mess that is my life. And I've never been satisfied with any journal I bought, so I looted some fabric from Japan, learned the slow, painful art of hand sewing and hand embroidery, and brought these 4 little patchwork journals to life. Each one is based on a different memory in my life. Here is a tasty strawberry. I designed it for the time my friend was complaining about how strawberries in the US suck because they're also sour and watery. We wanted to find a tasty one, so we searched all throughout Japan for a strawberry that was up to par. We tried it plain and even in cakes in Daifuku, and it was sweeter, but all of them were unfortunately still lacking. Here's Patrick of Stars. I made this for the first time I realized people actually wanted to listen to me on YouTube, and that they cared about my videos, I hope. Which was when I released the Creativity is Scary Honestly video. It started my tradition of a star and Patrick motif to represent the pursuit of my dreams and the excitement it brought to my life. Here's Naughty Cat, inspired by my ex-roommate Meowser, my friend's cat. Meowser likes to scratch me and eat my stuff. One time I grilled a chicken breast for lunch, and when I turned around, it was already gone in his mouth. And I was hungry and heartbroken, but he's a cat, so I can't even be petty with him. And here is in Denim Waters. Here in New Jersey, we have a breeding ground of disease, which is the Raritan. So when I saw the super clear and beautiful water in Noro, Tokyo, I was like, damn, New Jersey could never. In Winnow Park, we saw these big, juicy fish all crowded together going gobble gobble over what seemed like a layer of algae or filth, and it made my day. Anyway, each is a pocket-sized sketchbook hybrid with unlined heavyweight pages so that my ink won't ever ghost. I made the covers by enclosing a sweet cover in a fabric skin I hand-stitched and embroidered together. Then I tied an adjustable knot with a ribbon to make the closure. And then try not to kill myself as I cut each sheet of paper one at a time. And then try not to kill myself as I poked each sheet of paper one at a time with my needle. And I don't think this video can ever accurately describe my suffering during this process, but my friend felt so bad for me that he designed me a jig and 3D printed it so that I can drill the paper instead. And then I bound the pages together and secured the paper to the cover to finish them up. When I first started making these, I couldn't help feeling a little bit of embarrassment and anxiety. I had to spend a lot of time learning this completely new skill of sewing and embroidery. And the more I slowed down or had to redo my stitches,
Where's the freaking hole?
That's what she said.
No.
But it's not going to be right.
the more I wondered if it was going to be worth my time. If you've ever sold something, you're probably used to the mindset of pricing using the hourly wage times hours worked to determine how much you need to sell something to make money. Well, by the time it broke 2 days on each journal, I knew that was doomed, so I gave up counting. I feel like there were so many other things that I could have chosen to work on to grow my YouTube more efficiently. And I worried that the others were right, that people wouldn't really care about these the way that I hoped. But I wanted to stay true to what I wanted to make, so I told myself to push on and enjoy the process. And I did. With every tedious new stitch I made, I loved it even more. Choosing my fabrics, turning my drawings into thread work, problem-solving ways for a more robust and usable design. Seeing my concepts go from sketch to held in my hand felt really, really cool. And I started to regain the confidence in my design abilities that I lost when burnt out at my work in Texas. In this productivity-driven world we live in, it's so easy for ambitious people to believe that to live a successful and meaningful life, you had to be the next Apple or Amazon, creating maximum change for humanity or something. That it's inspiring to pursue your dreams, but only if it's big enough, bold enough, cool enough to the world. But I'm learning that there's just as much ambition and strength in creating something just because you love it, just because it's freaking beautiful, and you want it to exist. I mean, after all, if you're not happy doing something, then what's the point? And what makes me happy is my new Insta, woo! Way too dropped, because I just released these journals on there so you can have them too. I think while I do hope that I can make an earning from these intense handmade projects, what I care about the most is for someone who really wants the things that I make to put it to good use. So I've decided that whoever has top like comment here by the end of the week can adopt Naughty Cat. Free, no strings attached. And I am selling the other 3 for a flat price on Way Too Drops to the first person to claim. I'm really glad I went through with making these journals because I want them to exist. And I hope that it reminds you, little salmon, that your thoughts and ideas, no matter how small, are worth it too.